Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today I just want to make a little quick rant. If you've been paying attention to social media, of course, depending on which social media platform you're on, you may have noticed a slight increase in the level of hostility and hostile comments and a little bullying, a little harassment, in some cases even threats. Yeah, it seems lately people are really feeling emboldened, not just online, but also in person. I've had a lot of weirdos lately just either give me hard looks or try to initiate conversations that they can tell I didn't want, But anyway, if you were paying attention with the way social media has been running, Meta had me shadow banned for almost 2 years. My original account still exists, but I can't access it still to this day. So I had to create a new one once they allowed me back on. So during that time, Mark Zuckerberg, its owner, had started talking about us and offering his opinion. Mind you, his expert opinion, he doesn't know shit. Okay, he was just a fucking nerdy kid who got paid a lot of money to develop a social media platform, which he pretty much hijacked for his own and made a lot of money. And we probably would have never even heard of it. I used to work for the guys who made MySpace, so there were so many people that came and went, but I guess that guy from Napster really gave him the boost to go for it, and he remains a major force out there. On so many platforms. We used to have a thing called antitrust laws, which meant you could not only have certain businesses all controlled by one entity, but you could not have all these corporations and conglomerates owned by one person. And no one seems to be enforcing that, strangely enough, because of course they contribute money to someone's inaugural campaign. So they get kickbacks and they get, FCC regulation. Not a big problem. Well, anyway, so getting back to that fool's expert opinion. Of course, again, operating out of ignorance and maybe personal bigotry. I don't know. Maybe he got slapped around a lot or harassed a lot because he was a nerdy kid. That, or maybe he forgot what the experience was like. Whatever the case may be, he decided that because he thinks trans people are mentally ill, that's okay. You can harass us, you can bully us, and you won't be violating community standards. I say the word fuck and I'm instantly flagged. Or I make a comment on this idiot tyrant out there that's trying to make our lives very difficult while he tries to avoid prison himself. It's crazy that he would think that's okay. No, that's not okay. That's morally reprehensible. I try to avoid public forums. I'll do some of the private ones, but once in a while, I'll see maybe a page I think is safe, and I'll be encouraged to make a comment, and I start getting some harassment of my own, and some stupid guy doesn't know any fucking English grammar, evidently. I was surprised he could spell, much less get his knuckles off the ground. His goddamn Cro-Mags with keyboards. Go figure. Anyway, these poor unfortunate souls. So, have somewhat been emboldened, and maybe it's because of that tyrant. Also, again, Zuckerberg has licensed them to do it, and with the assurance that it's okay. Of course, it's not okay. It's never okay. You shouldn't bully anybody. You don't like somebody, there's no reason to harass them. I mean, what do you expect to get out of it, really? I mean, you think we're going to spend our whole day stewing over, oh my God, the poor man said something, the mean man said something about us. No, I'm not going to do that, But I will tell you what does bother me, and that is that in the old days, you could just report somebody before you block them, and there'd be a little penalty to pay on their side. And well, apparently the new community standard says this man who outright attacked me for no apparent reason. I'm just saying hello to somebody, and all of a sudden I'm getting this, "You're sick, you're disgusting," and all this crap. Apparently, according to the new community standards, that's okay, and they're not going to remove it. And in fact, he goes without penalty. Wow, really? Seriously, people. I mean, I don't want to be on META. I'll be honest with you. I mean, I spent the last 2 years in exile over there on Blue Sky, and I got accustomed to the, we shut out all MAGA people, all races, all haters. Every now and then one slips through, but, we quickly isolate them and get them banned or get them shut out so they can't get to us. Because, like anybody else, you want to get out there, you want to maybe have a public debate about the issues, or you want to maybe ask some questions or just socialize, and that's okay. What's not okay is harassing people to no end and name calling and harassing them. And it's like, what are you expecting? You think you're going to shame us? Yeah, I mean, I seriously think some of you people out there that hate us really believe this is some kind of deviant behavior. Well, it's not. This is who we are, This is not a costume. This is who I am. I've legally changed my name, my birth certificate, all my IDs a while ago. And I did legally through the courts. So get that notion that what we have is fake IDs. Because, listen, the European Parliament has recognized that, and they were initially the ones who suggested, and the United States went along with this. In 2021 and 22, they ratified and made it perfectly legal in line with the United Nations and the European Parliament to recognize that there are non-binary people. Non-binary people, there are transgender people, there are intersex people. And so what we have on our IDs regarding gender is reflecting who we are as of today, the life we are currently living. I mean, this crazy idea that we must reflect who we were at birth makes about as much sense as putting a baby picture on your driver's license. How would you explain that to a cop? It's like, you don't look like your picture. Well, no shit, Sherlock, And that's the absurdity of it all. But, this isn't done to protect anyone. This isn't done to maintain some sort of, biological accuracy. This is done solely to single out a single group, to put them in positions where they may be harmed. No other reason. Because they know that if a cop, for example, pulls you over, and maybe your presentation is so fucking good, or you just happen to have that great bone structure, and I'm not saying who, and they think you're fucking hot, and they start flirting with you, and then the minute they get your ID and run it through their computer, they're gonna come back, they're gonna treat you like, get the fuck out of the car, and maybe rough you up, and then tell you a lot of mean ass shit, because all of a sudden they're no longer treating you like a lady. No, not at all. They're treating you like you're some fucking scumbag dude, and they'll start calling you and addressing you by that. What do you need said? See, the State Department and Marco Rubio, fuck you and your bullshit Christianity, because if you were really this man of God, this believer, you would not be putting people in danger, because by forcing us to take away gender X markers or markers that align with our current identity and putting back what was based on biology at birth, you are putting us all in danger. From arrest, being outed, to possibly getting killed or imprisoned in other countries. Worse, having all the aforesaid mentioned things happen to us when we try to re-enter the country or be denied entry back to our home. Because you guys are treating us the way the Third Reich was treating transgender people 100 years ago. You start stripping rights one by one, one by one. And then you went in and you start deleting all research, all medical records. Then you start denying us care. Next thing you know, you'll be coming for guns. And I mean, already you're pulling driver's licenses in places. You're making it impossible for some of us to even travel. I cannot get a passport. I cannot escape this country. I'm fucked, you know? Unless I can somehow get to an embassy that's friendly to us. And unfortunately, my routes to get there are blocked. So, you know, for our country that hates us so much under this regime, because our last president was very friendly to us, invited us to the White House, in fact, you know, and recognized, our place and value in the American society. These fucking bigots, who historically, you know, Trump has made a lot of fucking racist comments for the last 50 years. I mean, I remember going back to the Central Park 5, but it goes back even further in time, you know, and anything that's pro-woman, pro-black, pro-brown, whatever, anything that is not a white male or a woman that he controls. He's just trash, demonize, project. And that's his history. I mean, if you're watching my channel, chances are you already know he's an asshole. You know, I doubt you're watching my channel because you are looking for something to get angry at. But if you are, well, that's just a fact, you know. But anyway, so not much we can do about these fuckers, you know. I mean, what they're doing is pretty unjust. It's not cool, and especially you motherfuckers that wear crosses. Very un-Jesus-like, of course. You know, hey, remember, love thy neighbor. You don't seem capable of doing it. I guess you're breaking your rules. Same with like feeding the hungry, sheltering, you know, render aid. No, you render aid to rapists. You render aid to pedophiles and white beaters and January 6th traitors and insurrectionists. Hell, you deputize them and now they're working for ICE. Wow. It is a sad day to fucking be an American, I'll tell you that much. You know, and the worst part is, you really, I mean, in your admiration of the Third Reich and what the Nazis did, you are really putting the fear out there that you are going to Auschwitz us. You're going to go through with a genocide, and somehow or another you think you're going to get away with this because maybe no one here in America will stand up to you. Hakeem Jeffries, where the fuck are you? You know? I know Corey's trying to do something, but he needs to do a little more. And Chuck Schumer, what the fuck are you doing? You're not doing anything to protect us. You're not speaking up. And a lot of you people, common people, you need to speak up. If you believe that we deserve the same dignity and respect as anyone else, any other fellow American, which I would hope you people grew up with the golden rule, you know, it's like treat people how you want to be treated. I know I wouldn't want to be bullied, harassed, or threatened. So why would I want to engage in the same thing? You gotta ask yourself that. Is that how you want to be treated? Think about it. If she was on the other foot, don't give me that, well, it's not, so there you go. It's like, no. I'll tell you, growing up, I got to meet a lot of Holocaust survivors, as well as Hiroshima survivors, and internment camp survivors, and a few Germans. Not necessarily Nazis. They were children at the time, but they remember. And they were very deeply ashamed of their parents, their behavior, their participation in the National Socialist Party, and more ashamed that their own people allowed such atrocities to take place, you know, in their name. And even though they couldn't do anything about it because they were children, it must have stung. And right now, I pray that my fellow Americans will not be doing the same thing, have to go through the same thing because they allowed such a tragedy, such an atrocity, gross human rights violations, crimes against humanity to just happen because, like the old poem says, first they came for the trade unionists, but I wasn't a trade unionist. Then they came for the communists, but I wasn't a communist. Then they came for the Jews, but I wasn't Jewish. Then they came for me, and there was no one to speak up for me. So, you don't want to be that German? Speak up. Speak up and do what you can. Get active, but speak up, because this doesn't have to happen. And as far as back to that internet harassing, bullying, don't feed the trolls. Definitely don't do that. And seriously, if you're sick of that shit on Meta, get the fuck off Meta. Seriously, come over to Blue Sky. It's nicer. It's a friendlier sky. So, okay, folks, that's my rant for today. Do take care and be good to each other. Life's too short to be so fucking angry all the time. I'm serious. It's a waste of energy. You could be doing something more creative, like shopping, makeup, whatever makes you happy. But please, be good to each other, okay? Take care. Love you all.